watch this. I can blow up bubble. Okay, watch.
Traveling to the icon. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Justice.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
I will reclaim my master's armor.
I will not let the fate of hell this place happen to my team.
Be careful out there.
Ow. Anyways, moving on from that. Alright. Fuck, I didn't even know I didn't steal my party.
Adjusting angle of attack.
No, I've not done a streaming forever. Go.
Why is the ping stopped? Everyone get on it!
Farah, on guard.
Fuck.
Payload moving out. Heal, recover. Payload stop. Something broken? Heal up.
Helden sterben nicht. Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Thank you. Or not. Good.
My ultimate is almost ready. I'm ready to initiate self-destruct sequence. Nerf this.
30 seconds.
Suiting up. I'm not a good loser. What's coming back?
destination apart. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Cammy's taken, so I'm gonna go Reinhardt to begin with this. God, I miss my guy. God, I miss all my good skins.
Don't think we'll be taking a family vacation here anytime soon. Papa might have a breakdown.
Depression.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture.
Oh, you Reaper, you're so lucky, bro.
That should be better.
I need healing.
Mm. Some of their fucking turrets, man. It's just a fucking whore.
There is still more to my tale.
I'm ready to rally.
My ultimate is charging. Hello. My ultimate is ready.
Earth Shatter's ready.
I'm taking the objective. Come on over.
I need healing. Group up with me.
My ultimate is charging.
Earth Shatter, group up, join me.
Oh, come on, Mercy. Mercy got in my way. McCree would have been dead. But if Mercy didn't stand there and then McCree stunned me, that McCree would have been dead.
Ready for more.
Even that Mercy would have died, actually. I went to go Earth Shatter and I fucked it up. I should have way more hero damage as a tank. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Oh, I would have sucked. Apocalypse. Sigh.
Score 0-1. After the mission, you're on.
Hold on. Greetings, Overwatchers, Overwatchettes. It's your favorite busted, crusty, trusty asshole, Rusty, and I'm here to take you on a psychological walkthrough of the gritty, hellish underworld that envelops our main healer, Mercy. Since playing Mercy is now apparently a foreign concept to a lot of you, I've taken the liberty of making the information more accessible by assigning each section one of the 5 grief stages. Buckle up and find out what it's actually like to play Mercy, and spoiler alert, it's depressing as f***.
It's harsh. Mercy men are some of the fucking greatest people, but
pretty much the
do
exact
shit
same as any
out
other
there.
tragedy that occurs in your real life. Something terrible happens, and you really don't want to deal with even more bullshit than you've got going on. So you plug your ears and pretend that everything is fine. Whether you realize it or not, this is actually the first Mercy grief phase, commonly known as denial. To play you have to be willing to pretend that anyone, especially Blizzard, actually gives two flimsy about you or your mental health, because the truth is, nobody gives a damn. Only you care. And maybe that one guy who upvoted your endgame card that one time 2 years ago. Locating someone who's currently in the denial stage is very easy. Just look for the only person playing Mercy. If they seem happy, then, well, they're probably in denial. Despite a series of crippling nerfs to her kit, lifestyle, ability, and overall quality of life, people who play Mercy with a smile on their faces are absolutely in denial. They're clinging to the hope that Blizzard might raise her back from the abyss where nerfed heroes go to die quietly, but it's honestly probably not gonna happen. And by now you may be wondering how a Mercy in denial can ever possibly transition out of their blissful ignorance, and the answer is really simple, but I'll give you a specific example to help explain. The inherent role of a healer generally means you're kind of aware of what's happening to your team and in the match. And yeah, you sometimes forget your team and they die cold and alone, but for the most part, healers are doing their absolute damnedest to keep everyone alive, until it happens. Out of nowhere, a riptire breaks through the clouds, 4 of your teammates panic, run together, and just f***ing detonate themselves simultaneously. And now you, the only other surviving teammate, get wiped out by a single Bastion who wasn't even trying to kill you. No amount of burst healing could have saved your team from dying, and yet nobody cares. A single voice perks up over from team chat. F*** you, Mercy, you're a sorry excuse for a truck stop dog. Heal my asshole and then die, you goddamn bitch. And that's when it finally happens. The shift. Fury, rage, vexation, getting irked, provoked, inflamed, incensed with the undying force of 1,000 years of vengeful gods whom never found justice. This is how Mercy feels every time someone said she wasn't trying to heal them. I mean, what do you think your Mercy was actually trying to do this whole time anyway? Do you think any person with common sense picked Mercy, forgot about their healing staff, avoiding the movement buttons, and then just stood in a f***ing corner for the whole game? Only an absolute dipshit would pick Mercy and then never once try to heal their team. Especially when you're locked in between frenzied bouts of anger-driven, teammate-induced diarrhea spasms. It can be hard to scrape all that shit from your eyes and actually see the truth that you are helping your team. It's just that nobody's trying to help you in return. And after a while, their lazy insults and second-rate slurs spewed over a knockoff Chinese Turtle Beach headset won't even get through to you, and you'll start to consider taking a new approach. If this were the Star Wars prequels, this would be the part where Anakin murders a bunch of kids. It's the big moment where momentum shifts from misplaced anger to absurdly violent plot point. The good news is, this new absurd approach can be yours for the low, low cost of your own pride and dignity. So grab a f***ing tissue, pull down those pants, and ready your tender anus for the next phase. By nature, bargaining is the saddest and most pathetic part of the grief cycle. You'll cry, beg, lie, and maybe even suck a penis or two if you think it'll help. But there aren't enough dicks in the world to help Mercy's lost cause. Nope, she is that battered and nerfed down to rock bottom. And when you're hovering as close to rock bottom as she is, you're half caked in the verbal diarrhea of your salty teammates and fully engrossed in self-doubt. It's important to remember, all of this is happening for a reason. Before I made this video, you probably didn't know what that reason was, but trust me, if you can make it through the bargaining process, you will manage to clean yourself up and move on. Unfortunately for you, the bargaining phase has still only just begun, and when you're trapped in its furious throes of shame, you're liable to say f***ing anything just to keep your teammates happy. After all, playing Mercy is purely a labor of love for which you will never be thanked. It's like being a single mother who's addicted to welfare checks and crack cocaine. You've got a lot going on in your busy life, but you just gotta keep these damn kids alive if you want to see your next check and buy more crack. And let's face it, that's exactly what you want. Realistically, only a few people like playing Mercy by now, but those same people mostly just feel obligated to do it because she's the only healer with a res ability. So they'll beg their team to stop trickling in and dying one by one. They'll try to improve their shot call. No! Submit some VOD reviews to become a better Mercy. And then, once their attempts at cooperation fail, as they always do because people suck, there's a strange, tempting impulse telling them they should drift away from the hero altogether. At this point, you may want to try out a few different healers to see if any of those other ones might feel right to you, but they never do. Playing those other healers is like stepping into someone else's shoes, or sitting on a toilet seat that's already warm. It's probably fine, but there's a shit ton of self-doubt there. And after all, you can't aim with Ana, your Lucio game is a f***ing joke, and you can't remember to even heal when you play Moira, Brig, or Baptiste, so you always
literally me when I play Moira.
With your tail between your legs and embrace the series of emotions that draw you to the next stage of grief and overpower you. Arguably the most widely misunderstood phase of a Mercy player's existence, depression affects the entire spectrum of Mercy mains, from hopeful noob to seasoned support veteran. Nobody is safe from the inevitable effects of 9 straight nerf patches in a row. If you're worried about your Mercy friend, some common precursors you can look for include swapping to other healers, begging the team to stay together, using their blaster pistol out of spite instead of healing, only using damage beam and refusing to do anything else, rezzing a DPS hero while standing next to the dead body of a main tank, healing the team, not healing the team, standing alone in the corner, sitting alone out in the open, emoting, chanting in tongues, chanting out of tongues, pantslessness, defenstration, teabagging, diarrhea, receiving a teabag, leaving a match, threatening to throw a game, threatening to kill themselves, threatening to kill the payload, explaining how someone can even kill a payload, talking about their dad, talking to their dad, talking about medicine, staring off into the void, heavy breathing, light, specific and alarming Google searches, finding their prescription for antidepressants, or simply if they tell you that they're hopelessly depressed. You f***ing loon. If your Mercy is showing one or more of these signs, and they always do eventually, then it's already too late to save them. They're rapidly approaching the next stage of their life, and all you can do is watch as the pieces that used to make up their sanity crumble and implode before them. And if you're watching this happen to a Mercy on your team, first of all, you need to understand that all of this is entirely your fault. Every flash of pain, suffering, and existential crisis whipping through your healer's broken psyche is all because nobody else could be bothered to shut the hell up before her kid got broken to hell last year. And since it's your fault, you might be interested in knowing what you did to make this hero slip into such a depraved and pathetic state of hopelessness. First of all, with the new heroes that have been released, many Mercy players have lost their sense of purpose. Ana, Brig, Moira, Baptiste have all swooped in and usurped the noble support hero throne, and while this was going on, Mercy was beaten into motherfucking smithereens. I guess the main thing people felt like they had to bitch about was if that one hero can bring another hero back from the dead, that hero should also pretty much completely suck at doing anything else. In the mind of everyone who isn't a Mercy main, Mercy should have one ability, and that's just the res. Anything else beyond that is just overpowered, and if they had it their way, Mercy wouldn't even get that. She'd be a slow, hovering, semi-human woman who talks about healing and never actually does it. Luckily, Blizzard maintains some semblance of reason, and truthfully, Mercy actually doesn't suck that bad, but Mercy mains don't all know that yet. They have no idea what they're capable of because they haven't entered the next phase. During depression, oh, I'm sorry, did you think I was done? They're most akin to an invisible homeless woman who can't or won't stop shitting her pants on the subway. You pick Mercy, her icon pops up on the hero select screen, and immediately some butter-shitting douchebag says,
ass, can we get a second goddamn healer since this dick fucker insists on playing Mercy?
You know what? Those people take their healers for granted. So, it's time for you to turn your life around and climb to a higher state of being. Arguably the highest and most prestigious form a Mercy main can strive towards. So tell your team to put away their useless limp dicks and start smashing that motherfucking button. It's time to abandon all of your remaining and start your glorious crisis rampage for revenge. The final stage of grief is, of course, acceptance, but in the case of any grieving Mercy, accepting your new role in Overwatch basically just means taking out your blaster pistol and pretending you don't have any healing abilities. You'll be f***ing flying around, rezzing teammates, super bouncing over objectives, and deucing out on the baffled faces of your enemies once you do this one final simple thing. Just stop giving a f***, and the world is yours. But seriously, since Blizzard will never ever buff Mercy,
They need to buff Mercy. I have to agree with that. Mercy's like my queen. Guys, I'm a huge Mercy man at this point.
support mains, mercy goers, speed boosters, volley snipers, friends,
Volley snipers.
lend me your ear.
Fuck those Zenyatas, man.
This video is all about you. What you do for the rest of us damage dealers and tank mains, and why we appreciate having you guys on our team. Everyone already knows this, but support players are indisputably the team's most valuable assets during a match. You can't deal damage